minute is Ngok. Now I'm doing my homework as test 1 part 3. The first question is, why do you think people like to travel to different places in their free time? From my point of view, there are many reasons why people like to travel to different places in their free time. Firstly, people want to change the environment. I would like to say that when you live in one place for a long time, you will familiar with it, and sometimes you may feel it boring. So it's the first reason. The second reason is, as a person who like traveling to another place like me, I think that each time we traveling to other place is each time that we enlarge more our knowledge about some things, about the new cultures, we can meet new people to make new relationships and so on. So I think that each time traveling, make a short holiday or long holiday, is a time that we have an experience about the people, the culture, the food, and everything you can think about, and also the beautiful sceneries, because life is not long enough for you to see all the sceneries in the world. So the second question is, how do you see tourists changing in your country in the future? This question is a little bit tricky. I don't know, but I think that they will, they will overcrowd in my country. I would say that Vietnam is a country where have many beautiful picturesque sceneries, from the beach, on the forest, on the gardens, and so on. Many things you can think about. So, and also I think that Vietnam traditional cultures, and some traditional activities or some holidays nowadays are become more and more fascinated people. So tourists around the world are fascinated with them and come to our country more to know more about our country. And I believe that in the near future they will bring what they see, what they experience, go through in my country to tell to all over the world, and all over the world will know more about my country. So why it is important to protect the countryside? There are many reasons to protect the countryside. Firstly, the tourism not only go to the city, but also they go to the countryside. So I think that if we protect the countryside, the service, the people, the lifestyle here will change a lot. So that is a strong point for you, for that country to interest more tourism and can improve that country's economy. And the second one is that when people protect the countryside, it means here we protect and we improve, or we change the lifestyle, the industry, and the important one is the education here. So people here, the education here can be improved, and more people go to school, and they can help the country strongly develop and improve not only the economy, but also the picture about the photo about the country can improve more. So in what ways is the countryside in danger in your country? In this question, I would like to say here as the education. The countryside in Vietnam is most of them are so poor. They're poor in economy, and and their lifestyle and everything around them is not so good or so suitable for them to have a high quality in education. So people here are just a little bit of them can read not fluently, so they just know the word, and they can they can make that country will lower and below the run of the country, and the country have to every year have to take care a lot and to donate money and something a lot. So that is so dangerous that they can destroy, or they can decrease our city economy, photos from around the world and so on. So why are historical buildings and monuments important to a city? City is a metropolis, or a big place that many people live here, and they built their own interesting way of life, which nowadays have much more and more the young generation, and will build a more than entertaining way. That means the parks, the cities, the some centers to play, some big supermarkets, some miles, and so on. And so inside many of that, or in front in the city. So that I would say that as a result, in the city there are nowadays many places for entertaining in a modern way that we can see, or we can choose in the way we go to school or everywhere. So I would like to say that a historical buildings and monuments is as a highlight in the city, is traditional, as so old, and it has something like so serious, believe me, serious, and that point is a highlight in the tourist eye, and and it is a so quiet place because it's a historical place, and it's a place that people go here to know more about our history, our culture, and so on. So I would say that it's important to the city because it's a one place to interest tourism, because some tourisms nowadays want to know more about the other culture, and so I would like to say that historical buildings and monuments are the best place for them to know more. However, moreover, I would say that people sometimes like the peaceful and like them. I like to like the peace, and they like to go back to the past. So I would say that historical buildings and monuments is a one place for them to go here and to know more. And the last question is it better to keep old buildings or new modern ones? It is highly likely that we should have a new modern buildings, because the old ones, however, it is so old and is for a long time. So I think that its quality is not high enough and not safe enough for people to live, and or do something like an organism and so on. However, we should keep and save some old buildings for people to look back to the past, or to know more about the old design and so on. So that's my speaking. Thank you for listening.